Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hildibrand adventures. Previously, we stopped by sunny Costa del Sol to help out with a wedding. The nefarious thief of 1,000 faces had his eyes set on the blushing bride-to-be. Thankfully, the heroic intervention of Hildibrand saved the day. And I guess Inspector Briardian helped out too, I guess. Unfortunately, thanks to a distraction caused by some sentient vegetables, the thief made off not with the bride's life, but rather the necklace she was wearing. At any rate, it seems that Ellie has a new lead for us, so let's check in with her. Hello. 8-armed and dangerous. Ellie has the latest information on the Phantom Thief's target. Zephyria, I was wondering when you'd show up. I've got the latest scoop on the victor's spoils that our many-faced fiend has set his sights on. Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amashina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say that Master Firegeist will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? No. It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. Oh, okay, sure. The chairman, Master Firegeist, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he chose to. He's also renowned for being something of a martial arts enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills, he settles for living vicariously through the exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of the tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleague Ganelon is in Ul'dah covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started. Wow. She always gives me so much. We're just starting. Give me a break. Anywho, let's head right there. Hello there. Ganelon, was it? Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganelon. She's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie! If it isn't the Mithril Eye's star reporter. Come to have a laugh at Ganelon's expense before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger all? It's a travesty, I tell you? Who? I'm going to assume that they're gladiators. Hotch, Hugh, and Hamo. Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? Oh, dear God, there's a fourth one of them? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Who? Mishap my arse! This was sabotage! Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. He threw it on my subligar. Please do not remove your subligar. I don't want to see more skin. Okay. Lower your voice, Hotch? My head stings enough without your bloody shouting? Ah. At least that one's wearing purple. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the mantra... They're called the Mantravilles? They're monks, right? They use mantras. But, come on, that sounds so much like Mandervilles. The Mantravilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I'll not be getting back into fighting Fettle by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Zagoli. Yeah! The Mantravilles? Aye. As Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Ralgar, a man they most admired for his devotion and chiseled physique. Oh my god! Hildibrand wasn't lying! Oh my god! Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes. I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concerned sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum's halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Zephyria, we've got a case to crack. Excellent. That's very convenient. With gladiators dropping one after the next, I've had to rewrite my Mithril Cup preview 5 times in the past 2 days. Make that 6. Oof. Let's head there. You must be the gate man. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you're free to enter. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seen, you know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney.
Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself? Ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting their fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his subligate. Looks like we've got another... Those 2 aren't in the entry books. Oh, God.
And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briardian, as efficient as ever, I see.
Oh yeah, she is totally crushing on him now.
A true gentleman. Eschews violence. Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief.
Was wondering when you might ask. Master Firegeist has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney the Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a cairn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night.
Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it, I haven't all day.
Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we are actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimy bugger. We've got some fresh blood for the melee.
Give you a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Or were they legs? Oh god, here we go. Slobbering cephalopod. So this guy hopefully would be recognizable to anyone who has, well, a moderate interest in Final Fantasy. He is Ultros. I believe he debuted in Final Fantasy VI. Yeah, he's just an annoying, slimy piece of crap. It's hard not to love him. So the question is, what in the sweet hell kind of voice do I give this guy? I'll workshop it as I go. You called? I was about to give the lovely Miss Sevilla the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand, look! He's purple. That's your takeaway? Really? Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case.
Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now, he's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturges Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others, when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace, I'll do anything, anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs about the Colosseum.
And am I ever glad they did. I tell ya, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. God. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you dare challenge me, then my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get a pummeling by my lovely little Avi? Me? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall do what must be done to... Zephyria Jeste will be entering the tournament on my behalf.
Zephyria Jeste? You do look like a jest. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when a warrior of light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, and I reckon your friend can take along too. Show me where to sign, Nulty.
I'm going to stab Ultros with my daggers. A lot. With Zephyria, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that she doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Avila, was it? She seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. Aha! I'm already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Zephyria here safe? Let us return to Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Okay. Well, way we go. I suppose that our questioning of Mr. Ultros can wait. Let us see if this Ganelon fellow can enlighten us. Look, I know you're the warrior of light and all, but we can't afford to take any chances. Be on your guard, Zephyria. I'll be fine. You again. I've already told you that... What? Entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two which I'm happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round, and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilists Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? That's a good lead. Thank you, Ganelon. Anything else? Oh ho! The plot ever thickens! While I have my doubts that the lovely Avila is behind these dastardly incidents, it would behoove us to hear what this Raging Rat fellow has to say. Look, I know you're... Oh, that's the same dialogue, okay. So, imagine carrying a child 9 months in your womb, and birthing it, and then looking at it, and naming it Raging Rat. I can't imagine that. I just can't. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have ya? Yeah. Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Manderville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentleman, my arse! Have you got not a whit of delicacy? 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 Never you mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade? Some kind of foul sorcery if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotting in jail as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you've got nothing to lose? Wow! That's awful of you. Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Zephyria. Let's be on our way. Ellie, I love you. I don't mean no offense, miss. Just tell it like it is, as it were. Oh, screw you. Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice. She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the ladder.
Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eye.
Rude.
The wrinkles beneath your eyes. You might very well make an inspectress of you yet.
I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question.
Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. A villa and ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home.
Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus?
Mr. Ultro should still be at the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off whencesoever he came. Okay. I don't follow their logic, but... So, as we walk, let's talk a bit of lore. No spoilers, just stuff like revealed to you in the base A Realm Reborn experience. Alamigo was invaded and conquered by an enemy empire, and refugees arrived by the thousands to Ul'dah. And Ul'dah and the Sultanate are sheltering them, if you can consider letting them live in tents outside the city walls as sheltering. So the Alamegans have it rough right now. Shush, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy, squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? So, this sticks out so much because Final Fantasy XIV overall is a pretty damn sexless game. There's like, beyond like established married couples you meet, there's like no talk of anything like this nature, much less perversion. But Ultros, I mean, they're just being true to his character in Final Fantasy VI, which is still gross, but, I mean, it's just such an outlier. It sticks out like a sore thumb. He speaks. Yes, that is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue. You heard the man. After them. Aha! There he is! You will not escape us so easily, Mr. Ultros. Speaking of... that hiding spot, Mr. Stalker, is very conspicuous. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. I bet they would. I love octopus. Ah, marinara sauce. Oh, he speaks. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them?
Surprise! That's a thought, I suppose.
Poor Mr. Ultros didn't seem to have much luck with the ladies. Speaking only for myself, I'd love to have him for dinner. Perhaps in a nice lemon butter sauce.
That would be the best way to treat Ultros, actually. What price victory? Hildibrand is contemplating the implications of Ultros' behavior. Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us?
Yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If a villa is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dour Meadow back at the Colosseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts.
An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dour Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts. Upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. You're such a genius, Inspector.
Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus.
Right. Back inside. Yes? What is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for a villa, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article, though thought the girl was gonna rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. I can assure you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Can I hold you to that? Let's go. Here we are at Blackbrush Station. This is actually outside of Uldal's walls. See, there's the city right there. And as it happens, the tavern is just down the road. It makes me nostalgic to be here. I said before, but Uldal and the terrain around it is where I began my adventure. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as to not set off the girl's famed temper.
How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be written in stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era. Just as Rauban al-Din won a new life for himself in the Colosseum, I shall win a new life for our people. So, Rauban is an interesting character. Long story short, he's an Alamegan who, well before Alamega was sacked and invaded, he was like a slave who won his freedom by competing in the Colosseum, then kept competing until he became the Sultana's personal guard. I love that dude, by the way. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Uldans no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Gwee! Trying to steal a villa from Uncle Ulti's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Ulti's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Oh, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of our handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu. Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're onto me. Preposterous! Could it be that Musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! You gotta be kidding me! Fire-roasted calamari. I'm hungry. That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hedgelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimates value its worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Eshtames, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the Uldan upper crust, those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Avi. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hedgelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this, for us. Now I must return. Gods forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe.
A more moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. Hi, Ultros.
It would seem Alvilla's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you just hear what I heard?
Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has it up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little girl? Gwee! I'm talking to you, Mrs. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer! Oh. Not you, you idiot!
No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Our hero. Now, shall we return to Ul'dah? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit.
Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seemed completely unsurprised at his turn of events. Doubtless he has performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm gonna show mercy on you, you've got another think coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute, I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Gimme a break!
I think that is the most Looney Tunes that Hildibrand has ever been. So far. Away we go. Whatever does he think he's found this time? I don't know. Let's find out. Yes? Is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about.
This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Mwahaha! Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Quee! Where in the world is he? Haven't got all night. My chimera! Who is that half-naked fool?
Father! Could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you? Hildy! I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear.
And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh-ho! Moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself.
That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father. Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Gah! Just who is this inspector anyway?
Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Ooh.
Who goes there? Yeah!
Hildy, Zephyria, I have been waiting for this day.
Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap?
I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy.
Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, because this just might be our lucky day.
Even Ultros gets the name wrong. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Zephyria is a formidable foe.
That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed.
I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Zephyria, I will not fall so easily this time.
Well, looks like I've got my legs full. All 8 of them. But if that adventurer is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Mwahaha!
Finally, see him. A supply-twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of the creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck.
Nobody here but us octopodes.
Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, fiend.
Muscleheads! I hate them!
Rest in peace, Ultros. Oh god. I can't believe Ultros is dead. No. Oh man. Oh god, I forgot Greg shows up here. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love this part. This one's great. This chapter's great. I love it. Hello, Hildy. Good heavens! Chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Sevilla's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? The trouble with truffles. Hildibrand appears to be in something of a hurry. Good heavens! We haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not lower myself to their level.
Is it just me, or is Mr. Ultros a bit lumpier than he was before?
Wait, where's he? Oh, he's up there! Good eye, Nashu.
Would it kill them to station me a few yalms closer to the action? Gods forbid I actually get to enjoy the tourney after all my hard work. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. That's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy?
Funga. Huh? Oh, Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to... Ye gads, who gave you those ghastly bruises?
Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus.
Funga. Ouch! You have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office?
No, whatever gave you that idea? I am simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight?
Funga! What?
Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me talking to myself. Yes. Funga. Gods, yes, gods working as a receptionist is fun.
Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I must say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Zephyria, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Finally, a bastion of sanity to cling onto. Wait, I can speak with him up here. Cool. Mr. Ultros is truly a man after my own heart, a gentleman among octopodes.
Listening to Mr. Ultros talk truly is inspiring. I say, he's looking more appetizing by the minute.
Sure. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avila seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our eight-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Old Daw's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avila and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Zephyria.
One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Reasoned. Loath as I am to sift through rubbish, the refuse from the Colosseum may hold the answers we seek. Very well. Let's go. And that's the last one. Let's read it. A large wooden box containing all sorts of detritus gathered from the Colosseum, some of it still twitching. Alright. Well, let me see what you have found. Now, what have we here? Yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails, and what's this? A sack, even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. St. Got Sundries. It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. Very well. Back and forth, I guess. Hello, sir. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? Battlefields the day after slaughter smell better than the unknown contents of this bag. I'm sorry, madame, but I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that, distinctive aroma, they're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Briardian, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal Zephyria away here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an Uldan gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. Truffles a la Manderville. Why, it is an Epicurean revelation. I can hardly wait to recreate the recipe myself. At least someone's having a good time here. Do you feel the anticipation in the air, my friend? This shall go down in Eorzean history as the greatest battle since I slew that dragon. That did actually happen, yes? No, you did not kill Bahamut. Briardian has seen enough incompetence for the day. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here is the plan, Zephyria. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? And away we go. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Sevilla in combat. Yeah, same dialogue. Do you feel the anticipation? Same dialogue, okay.
There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Firegeist himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow, it is. So, what say ya? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? Garr!
Ready for battle? Hell yeah!
Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly.
This should be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup, brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Imagine & Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern, is about to begin. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Alvila of Alamigo, Zephyria, the famed warrior of light? Or, who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain?
Wahaha! Here I am. Did you miss me?
Aye, I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin.
All right, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then, when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise.
Look at Avila's blade spin! Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain.
You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Gwahaha. Ah, nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles?
Braised in a savory sauce just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from.
That meddling musclehead!
What's taking him so damned long?
The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once. Yeah, it's Typhon! I was playing coy with the fun guys earlier. I know who you are.
What is that monstrosity?
Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps?
What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles?
Bonga!
Could it be? Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade. It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools.
Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus.
You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend.
I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle. You know, for my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Alti ever lied to you?
What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore.
Wow! Wow, that's uncalled for!
Alamegans. Huh. Beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. Also, Garlemald is the empire that invaded Alamigo. But I just wanted to... my sister.
I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold, I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the three remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Zephyria here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light?
Yeah, I'm down. Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultros! Ultros! Ultros!
Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm has settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages.
I was wondering where he'd been, where he'd got to. He's stuck up there. Oh, poor Hildy. He did not fight as a gentleman. Huh. So, to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear as it was coming from the Alamegan's girl blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my many years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Zephyria. Let us make for Halatali. You gonna be alright, Hildy?
No, he will not be. There's a battle brewing. Let's go. Well, that's a lot of people.
I suppose if anyone can defeat those fiends, it's you, Zephyria. Be safe. There is no telling what inane trickery that octopus will attempt next. Be on your guard, Zephyria.
Well, this tourney's turned into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give a gnat's arse. Gah! Now I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the 2 is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, aye?
The Dragon's Neck now accessible.
That's right, time for a boss fight.
Hell friggin' yeah.
So, I'm hoping it won't take 30 plus minutes. I want to do this as a ninja, please. It would be nice. I said I would stab Ultros with my daggers a whole bunch. I mean it. I want to have meant it, alright?
Oh, thank God. That took like 28 minutes. At 30, I was about to give up.
Oh my God. Okay. There they are. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the Dragon's Neck. If all members of a team fall from the platform, they forfeit the match.
Seafood soup is not on the menu today, kids.
Classic tunes, too. It's pretty good. You're mine, Ultros. Actually, I think I want to focus on this man. That's right. I remember how the fight goes now. It's been a while. Yeah, one tank handles Ultros. Everyone else focuses on Typhon. He's the bigger threat after all. Yeah, we're playing on ring outs, and Typhon is all about blowing us across the stage. Careful now. Uh-oh, I got turned into a kappa. So now I actually need to stand in front of Ultros and be hit by his water breath. I need to fill up my kappa head plate. And that'll cure the transformation, I think. So I stand in front of Ultros' face. Soak up that aqua breath, yeah. Now, with it on my plate, I need to go punch Ultros, Typhon, I think? Wait, no, I don't have the right buff. I don't have enough stacks. Damn it, I missed the window. I need another one. Hold on. Breathe on me again, please. No! He's gonna do the big sneeze! Uh-oh. Alright. I remember. No, the stacks are on Typhon. Ow! Yeah, that's right. You just... I remember... It's been... Okay. As far as fights go, in normal content, this is very odd mechanics, right? Give another breath, please. There, now I can focus on Typhon. Or not. No, he's doing a big ultimate move. He's swirling his breath around. I need to stay moving. But unfortunately, I'm on the wrong side. If I can get back in range of Ultros, I can start punching him again. Good. Oh, now the... Oh, no, come back. I'm so useless now. I hate gimmick fights. I'm barely contributing. At least I got a few trick attacks in.
And we're good.
Thwarted again. I feel like such a sucker.
And Zephyria claims the Mithril Cup.
Yeah, that was all me. All me, I say. I contributed the most, absolutely. Well, thanks for bearing with me, my comrades. Let's hurry up and leave. Well then. You did it, Zephyria! With any luck, we've seen the last of that lecherous devilfish. Good show, Zephyria. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the awards ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. Sounds good. I'll head right there. The ceremony will begin any moment now. Be on your guard. Our adversary may be anywhere or anyone. A most remarkable display of martial skill, my adventuring friend. Clearly you have been observing me well in our travels together. What? Alright.
It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Firegeist himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer.
Oh, there it is. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. You. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend! Mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name.
I think not, Hildibrand.
Greg! 'Tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired.
Zephyria, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear.
Do you not mean your skewer?
My spear!
I love the laugh track.
Vile thief! Is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once!
Oh, seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only.
Huh? Now it's raining truffles? But the battle's already... Mr. Typhon? Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Oh boy.
Someone please protect Enkidu. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend.
Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man.
Yeah!
He looks so well oiled. But of course, brilliant father! If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Delamud.
Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville. Skyward, as only a Manderville can.
Father, you know not your own strength. $997, $998, $990. Enkidu? Good form. These legs, they look strangely familiar. It's always nice when master and disciple can reunite.
Ha! Put a little too much spin on that one, it seems.
Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter, I have a feeling that this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you've been a most attentive audience.
Oh, that key! Bloody hells! Guards, seize the fiend at once!
He's got a bomb! Oh god!
It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, is gone.
Second prize? What is the meaning of this?
Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. A master goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous, it's, the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here.
Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily.
Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can't explain.
I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking?
Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hedgelina and nothing more.
I suppose I was at that. Huh? How do you know my sister's name?
I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister.
You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions.
The Treaty Blade, Azema's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history. Or, to be more precise, relics from the era of the Belladians. Oh ho! If that is so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Belladean history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much.
Yeah! Wait a second. Wait. Is it just me, or... Hildibrand pancake. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Belladea become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend. Little more than a fairy tale at that. Yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Belladea. The Warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Uldan collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Uldans would lie with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our query clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Aha! Then it will be to his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces. There is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladea, and it shall be Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Ha! Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles.
And so the mystery deepens. Complete. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Belladia. As the Fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed, will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? Hildibrand will return in her last vow. It seems we're heading to a climax, huh?
The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time.
That got a little existential. Well, there you have it. So concludes another chapter. And in fact, the next video, unless it's so outrageously long that I want to split into 2 parts, will end the Realm Reborn chapter of Hildibrand. There's plenty of different story arcs. This will end the tale of the Masked Thief. Coming up next time. Nice, short, and brief, huh? Well, I think I definitely liked this chapter a bit more than the Costa del Sol chapter. Though the comedy bits in the Costa del Sol chapter last time were pretty spectacular. This too was awesome. Man, you got Greg, Ultros, Typhon, Godbert. And I liked how heartfelt the story with the 2 sisters was. I do like the Alamegan plot. Mostly got touched on in the Stormblood expansion, but seeing, like, where it all began, kind of, the troubles of the refugees and the grievances they had with the way Ul'dah was treating them, yeah, it was a pretty powerful plot thread in A Realm Reborn. It was nice to see it touched on in this chapter. Anywho, this video has gone on quite long enough, so I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more of the Hildibrand adventures. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time when we conclude one of the first chapters of Hildibrand. Thank you very much, and goodbye.